was your Godfather Wolf. Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for stopping by. Here we are, another Howling podcast, the season number 2. If you missed any episodes of season number 2, they're available here on the channel in the playlist. This time we're talking about a game that everybody loves to hate, including myself. We're talking about Dead by Daylight. When I first saw this game, I absolutely hated this game. Of course, I was a big fanboy of Friday the 13th, the game. And I really enjoyed Friday the 13th, the game. It made me, like I said, I've went in and talked about this in a previous episode of the Hollywood podcast season 2. So I won't go any further other than just to say that I was a main of F13. I can say that for many people out there was a main of Friday the 13th, and really didn't give this game a second look. I gave it a look, but not a second look. So I absolutely hated this game. Just for simple fact about it, that when you're the killer, you're in first person. When you're the survivor, you're in third person. The killer, you're going around trying to get down the survivors with your weapon and whatnot, and you're trying to hook the survivor to have them be sacrificed by the entity. There's also an end game as well, where if the killer closes the hatch before it's said and done, before you after you open up before you can open up an exit gate or whatever it be, there is an end game sacrifice that happens as well. You die by the entity. So the killer has all kinds of unique perks to it, as well as the survivors. I won't get into the survivors in no particular order. I'm going to touch on all the chapters in no particular order. The Last Breath gave us the nurse. Halloween, of course, gave us Michael Myers. And Laurie Strode, we got to say that because it's a licensed movie killer. So we got the chapter with what I like to call the old biddy with the man hands, which is the hag of flesh and mud. Of course, the Last Breath with the nurse, I call her the faceless broad. We got the Spark of Madness. That was with the Doctor. I absolutely hate the Doctor going up against the Doctor because they constantly got to shock you so you know exactly where you are. Oh, I'm so annoyed when I play against the Doctor. We got what I like to call the Huntress, a lullaby for the dark. That right there was uh, gave us the Huntress, which I like to call the Man Lady. Uh, Leatherface, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Love Leatherface. Love the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies. My only wish is that maybe we would have got a map with this as well, but we did not get a map with it. The Licensed Killer. Of course, the Michael Myers map, we did get the Haddonfield map. The Haddonfield map. So yeah, it's a really good map to play on. The Leatherface map, I would have liked to have gotten the either parts of the gas station from Part 1 in 1974, or maybe we would have got the movie for the actual Sawyer Farm. That would actually have been pretty decent. But we just got Leatherface. That's awesome as well. Nightmare on Elm Street, the chapter. We got Freddy Krueger, who is not reminiscence to Robert Englund, which I'm kind of down about that. We did get the schoolhouse map. There's like 3 or 4 variations of it right now. We did get that as well. Saul, we got Saul. We got Amanda the pig. We got the meat factory there for Saul. We got the curtain call, which is with the with the clown, as many call him Thick Boy because he's so bulgy and fat, I guess you'd say. Then we got Shattered Bloodlines, which is with what I like to call the Ticking Witch. Looks like she's having seizures. That would be uh, the I can't spit out the Spirit. Then there's Darkness Among Us, which is the chapter with the Legion. I think there's like 3 or 4 of them. Julie, Susie, Joey, and Frank, I think, are the Legion. Then there's Demise of the Faithful, which gives us the Plague, which she can puke on you. Ash versus the Evil Dead. We got Ashley Williams of Ash versus Evil Dead, aka got that. We got Ghostface. Both Ghostface and Ash did not come with a map. We got Stranger Things with the Demogorgon, and the survivors, of course, would be Nancy Wheeler and what's his name? I forget the other boy's name. It slips off the top of my head. I don't play as him anyway. Then we got Cursed Legacy, which is the Oni and Yui, who I currently play as right now. Yui. I've been playing a lot as Meg Thomas. To start things off, got a prestige all the way up to as far as she can go, but I've been playing a lot with Yui. We got Chains of Hate. That is the Death Slinger, or as my buddy the Bubba Sawyer would say, aka formerly known as Mr. Big Worm would say, call him the Turd Slinger. He's got that harpoon gun and got that that little old west style map, which that map is really hard to even deal with. We got Silent Hill. That's another licensed killer as well. Of course, like I said, licensed killers so far we've discussed have only been Freddy or Michael Myers, Leatherface, Freddy Krueger, Saw, which is the man of the pig. Then we got, of course, we talked about Ash and the Evil Dead, which is not licensed killer but a licensed survivor, I guess we'd call it. Ghostface, the Demogorgon, and like I said, we got Silent Hill, which has got the Pyramid Head, and Cheryl Mason. She is the killer, or I mean the survivor rather for that. Then we got Descent Beyond, which is with the killer known as the killer in this particular one is known as the Blight, and the Blight. I haven't played as him yet, but some say he's good, some say he's not. A Binding of Kin. That would be uh, what they call the twins, Charlotte and Victor. Victor just little I don't know. I guess he's a little thing that pops out of Charlotte, goes around killing people, and if you get him on your back, he's so hard to get off. And when you do get him off, most likely you're going to be down anyway by Charlotte, or you could be down by him as well. We got the Trickster. I haven't played as him yet. He's quite easy to play as I heard. But the Trickster, we got him as well. And of course, now here recently we got the Resident Evil chapter, which is very, very great. The attention to detail of the Resident Evil Raccoon City Police Department map is absolutely amazing. Behavior Interactive, I give props to them for going in there and doing whatever they had to do to get the exact replica of it, and they got it spot on, 100% spot on. We got Leon Kennedy and Jill Valentine as the skins, which I don't understand why they didn't give us Jill and Chris Redfield to begin with. But if you do remember correctly, uh, Jill does deal with the Raccoon City Police Department and Resident Evil Nemesis. And of course, Leon deals with it part two as well with Claire Redfield, who Claire and Chris are an extra skin for Leon and Jill. You have to play or you have to pay money for them, which they call Oryx cells. You have to pay money to get them, but they are available to play in there as either Chris or Claire. But like I said, the attention detail is perfect. We got another chapter coming up here uh, for a playtest build on August 17th of 2021. I'm looking forward to watching my buddy the Bubba Sawyer, aka formerly known as Mr. Big One, play it, as well as a lot of other YouTubers out there and Twitchers and Trovos or whomever, whatever other platforms people play games on. I'm looking forward to seeing a lot of people play against it. We got a tease today. Of course, this podcast will be going out in about a week, so but we got a tease on Friday the 13th today, which is what I'm recording this at right now, and it's absolutely breathtaking to see it because it looks like we're going to get Hellraiser. It looks like we're getting Pinhead. My only hope is that we get the Pinhead uh, of Doug Bradley and not the ones of the remakes and stuff like that because it just wouldn't feel right, wouldn't be right. There's only one Pinhead, as well as to me, there's only one Freddy Krueger, folks, and that is Robert Englund. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, Dead by Daylight, absolutely love the game. Love to hate it since I've kind of shot away from Friday the 13th. Like I said, I won't get into details of why. You want to see that, go into the podcast here in season 2 when I talked about it. But Dead by Daylight seems to be the game that I'm starting to get a really liking to. I can play pretty good as the Hillbilly. The Hillbilly is a chapter uh, that we really did not discuss here because the Hillbilly is one of the killers that are in here that I really didn't mention because I'm trying to not can't remember all the chapters themselves, so I'm kind of going through like I said, they were in no particular order, but I'm kind of going through the actual. Maybe I did go into order, but I'm going through the chapters and, like I said, seeing exactly what uh, you know, we're discussing the killers. Like I said, if you want more details of all the exact killers and DVD and what their perks are and whatnot, take a look at somebody on YouTube who may have that. Who actually may have the actual killers, the stats, and stuff like that for them and for their survivors that come with them as well. Uh, the Trapper, you get him for free at the start of the game. Not I didn't mention the Trapper. I didn't mention the Wraith, which I like to call the Trapper. I got a name for him, but the Wraith, I like to call him the Dirty Ape because I don't know if he's actually an owl or an ape or whatever. But he just looks absolutely horrifying. He has that little bing bong bell. I say he's OP because you can go through him because he has a little bell that he rings and it comes up on you and you can do. I say he's OP because of that because he can cloak and come up on you. You don't know it. The Hillbilly, of course, that's my main. I like to play as a Hillbilly. I don't do well as a Hillbilly, but I try to. Uh, like I said, Nemesis comes with is as the killer for the Resident Evil chapter. There's just all kinds of great things for you to play or play as or play around with in Dead by Daylight. You go around as a survivor, like I said, fix the generators to power the doors to open up to get off the map, which some of the maps on there are absolutely great. But I do not like the fact that they have been adding daylight to maps. I don't get the whole eerie feel, if you. I don't get the whole feel of the maps as they are. That every 3 months there is a play test build of a new killer, new survivor, and or a new map. So you definitely want to check it out. There's a lot of great content for you to play, and like I said, the DLC packs are, I think, like $7.99. I think was the DLC pack. There's been a couple that's been a little bit higher than that, but for the most part, you get a survivor, you get a possibly new map, or you get a new killer. So it's really well worth the price, in my opinion. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, I do appreciate you all stopping in. Much love to you. Talk Dead by Daylight here for this certain particular Hollywood podcast. I enjoy it. I love playing it. And if you have not, go out and check it. Check it out. It's available for every major console and PC out there. Uh, check out the specifications of PC, whether you can play it or not. Thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Wolfman Lewis, your Godfather Wolf. Ow, ah, and out.